We have something unique tonight. We've enjoyed some beautiful music, but I hear we're here with the Pocono Mountains Magic Club.
You got it right.
I know. There you go. Tell me a little bit about your organization.
Excellent. Thank you very much. My name is S. Patrick, president of the Pocono Mountain Magic Club. With me, as always, is Ricardo. We've been actually here in the Pocono Mountains for almost about 20 years. We're a group of professional and, say, amateur magicians, hobbyists who get together once a month. We perform for each other. We go out and do community events like the Red Cross Telethon. We've actually been doing this one, I think, for about 10 years almost, I think. And every time we come here, the folks here are awesome. And we want to definitely encourage everyone who's watching out there to call in, to pledge, to donate. Just call in and make sure that you make a donation, because we want to, we basically want everybody to call in and pledge. And to do that, we figure since the Red Cross has been doing magic all day long, it's time for us to do a little bit of magic as well. So what I'd like to do at this point is to introduce the magic of Ricardo and let him, well, show you something kind of interesting. So I'll turn it over to Ricardo.
Right, thank you. Well, one of the first questions I get asked when I do magic, how did you get started in magic? Well, it's this cute little story. It's actually true. When I was a kid, I used to go to the magic shop on 8th Avenue in New York City. And it was a joke shop, and I used to go there to pick up cigar loaders for my uncle's cigars, because sometimes they used to stink. Well, when I walked in there, I saw a gentleman named Russell perform this magic trick, and it just blew me away. And he said all it was is I have 3 cups and 3 balls. And he laid out the balls just like this. And he goes, now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put the cups down just like that. And he put the cups down. And he said, I'm going to take the first ball, I'm going to put it on top like this, and I'm going to cover it just like that. And I'm going to give it a tap. And after he gave it a tap, you see the ball ended up under the cup. He goes, well, that's pretty cool, Russ. He goes, yeah, let me show it to you again. Now, he said, now this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to eliminate 1 ball. I'm going to put it in 1 cup, and I'm going to put it right there. And I'm going to take the next ball and just put it on there like that. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. He says, give it a tap. So I gave it a tap. And to my amazement, the second ball ended up there. I go, hey, Russell, that's pretty cool. So he goes, now, what I'm going to do now is, it's so cool, I'm going to eliminate another cup, just like this. And I'm going to take this ball, and I'm going to make it go inside the cup. I'm like, oh, that's pretty good. So he put the ball, in his pocket. And then when he lifted it up, just like this, what happened was, see, the balls ended up right there. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool, Russell. What was that? He goes, well, the part that I can't get is, where did these come from? And that was how I got started in magic. So, you know, it's funny because I try to read the newspaper in my house, and I got grandkids. And sometimes, well, they tend to tear up the newspaper. You know, they're just terrible. I mean, they tear up my newspaper all the time. And it's funny because you try to read newspapers. Sometimes you try to read articles like, let me see what we got here. Well, we have an article here about my grandson doing his homework, Brandon. Well, that's news to me. We also have an article here. Oh, here's an interesting article about American Red Cross doing well, that's today, isn't it? Oh, yeah, it is today. Another article here, you know, man caught streak. Oh, no, we don't want to hear that one. And there's a little one here, which is kind of interesting. It's about a baby kissing contest, you know, which is kind of cool. Oh, my God, that's pretty cool, you know. But, you know, it's kind of hard to read the newspaper that way. And with my grandkids in the house, well, it gets really hard reading a newspaper. So sometimes I just have to improvise to read my paper. And I think I'll just go over here and just read sporting news. Thank you.
Very good. We're back. Excellent. Glad to have you back. It's S. Patrick once again with the Pocono Mountains Magic Club. I did a little bit of magic during the break. I made Ricardo disappear, and I made Mark appear. I know it's not that impressive. So once again, let me introduce you to Mr. Mark Carbonaro. He's actually one of our members. He's been a member of our club for a long time, but he went away for a while and actually went to Las Vegas to study magic with the professionals out there in Vegas. You know, and he does the big illusions and the tigers and the cutting the lady in half and all of that stuff. I actually tried that once. I tried my sister. the cutting a lady in half with my sister. It's true. Now she's my half sister. She lives in Pittsburgh and Los Angeles. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll leave the jokes to the professionals. And I'll leave the magic to Mr. Mark Carbonaro. Ladies and gentlemen, give it a nice round of applause for Mr. Mark Carbonaro.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mark Carbonaro, and I am a magician. Let's see here. Okay, that was part of the show. Sounds good. I had a magician friend growing up. He was actually my magic teacher, and he said, Mark, he said, if you could figure out how this trick is done, you'll be on your way to being a master magician. So he had a card like this. He said, I have 1 dot on this side and 4 dots on that side. But if I turn it over again, there appears to be 3 dots, and on this side there appears to be 6 dots. He said, I'll slow it down for you. We'll do it again. He said, on this side we have 1 dot. On this side we have 4 dots. On this side we have 3. Now it appears we have 6 dots. So I was catching on pretty quickly. I said, you know what? I said, I think I know what you're doing. I think here you actually have 2 dots. And he did. When he covered the first dot, it looked like there was 1. And when he covered the empty space, it looked like there were 3. Same thing with the other side. He would show that he had 4, but there's actually an extra 1 there. There's 5 dots. And he would show the empty space. When he covered the empty space, it looked like there were 6 dots. So he said, all right, you figured that out. That's good. He said, but on this side, do you remember how many there were, Mark? And I said, yeah, there were 2. He said, very good, but you actually, you missed 1. I said, what do you mean? He said, there was 1 there the whole time. I said, no way. He said, of course there was. Do you remember how many were on this side? I said, yeah, there were 5. He said, no, there's actually 6. So then I said, that's pretty interesting. Let's try this again. He said, all right, perfect. He said, what I'm going to do is, we have 3 dots on this side. Do you remember how many dots on the other side? I said, yeah, there were 6. He said, very good, but I think you missed that one too. There are actually 8 dots. And he said, don't worry, you're still on your way to becoming a master magician. Just keep studying with me. And I said, okay, I will. Thank you. All right, I'm going to do something a little bit different. As was saying, I was in Las Vegas. I was studying with a master magician out there named Jeff McBride, and we came up with this routine for me. I hope you like it and enjoy it. Can we have the music, please? Thank you.